I don't know why I had to claim my throat there. Hello everyone and welcome to the last Ultimate Fire episode review of this year. This is for episode 12 of season 24 called Last Champion Standing, where we had the winner announced in the actual season instead of at the finale, which is odd. Because you have to remember that the season itself is normally recorded and takes place over a span of 5 to 6 weeks, usually. And that is all, obviously chopped up, nicely edited, and put into seasons that we know and love. I mean, the recording of the season took place over August, and I assume either July or September. Probably July because it started airing in September. So, or was it August? I forget. Anyway, yeah, really, really good episode. A really great way to cap it off. So we're just going to get right to it. So, yeah, I'm trying to remember things that happened in the episode. So there was the fact that the fighters for this episode, the last two, Tim Elliot and Hiromasa Ogikubo, both from Team Benavidez, got to have FaceTime with their families, with the person that they were going to share their Harley Davidson motorcycle with. Well, share. The winner's getting two, one for them and one for a person that inspires them. So Tim Elliot got to face on with his dad, who was sharing his motorcycle with, and it's good to see Tim's daughter again, the most adorable girl I've ever seen. I think she's so cute. And then we got to see Hiromasa Cooper talk to his wife and children, also all extremely adorable. And yeah, he's going to share his bike with her if he wins. And there's stuff before the actual fight still. There is the that was it. The fighters, the coaches and the staff kind of came to the house to throw them a little bit of a party. They brought some food, they brought some delicious looking pizza, had a few drinks, and Team Benavidez went to the Bootlegger, which is some kind of eatery restaurant thing in Vegas, I think. And yeah, he delivered a short speech for them, and Hiro and Tim, who are their parts of Team Benavidez, got to deliver their own speeches, with Hiro stating that despite the language barrier, because he had a translator with him translating his Japanese, despite the language barrier and despite not fully understanding what others are saying, he is very, very thankful for his opportunity, and you listen more. Which is like, oh. And Tim Elliot kind of surprised me. He said he didn't really want to be on the season, and he didn't expect to be, but he didn't really he didn't really think that he had many other options, because of him being in Titan FC, being the champion there, and he never thought he'd really be pulled into UFC again. It's not that he didn't want to be, but he thought he'd get there through different methods. I think that's what his thought process was there. But he plainly stated that I didn't think I'd be on the Ultimate Fight, but for 5 weeks, I've been very, very thankful for the coaching and to have friends, and it was all nice, and they all hugged out and everything. There's really not much else to talk about except for the fight. And Demetrious Johnson himself was there. And it was a really, really good fight. Well, the first 2 rounds were. It was a 3-round fight, which is fitting for the announcement I'm going to make after I've done reviewing. Anyway. If you're watching this video, I want you to do just stroke your upper lip and go 3 times. Pardon. Anyway, yeah, first round was really, really close. Lots of really good striking, especially from Hiro. He's got really underrated striking, and when he was in the pocket, he landed some really good boxing combos on Tim. But Tim managed to stick to his longer range, because he's slightly taller and has a 1-inch reach advantage. So it's kind of weird to call it longer range. He has slightly longer range than Hiro does. He's able to stick with it. The takedown game was fairly even. Sometimes they got him, sometimes they didn't. Second round was more of the same. But Tim, near the end of the round, did try to go for a rear naked choke, I believe. He almost got it too. No, this is round 3, yeah. Round 2 was more of the same, striking back forth, really exciting, really, really good takedowns. Round 3, Tim Elliot kind of went for, he knew he had to go for the first shot. He took down Hiro pretty early. One thing I forgot to mention, Hiro's kicks looked really, really good, especially to the body. That's a really good weapon they have, and I think they should use it more. Yeah. Tim took Hiro down, took his back, nearly sunk in a rear naked choke, but Hiro showed his intelligence as well as Tim did throughout his multiple submission attempts. That they both showed how smart they were. They both defended very, very well. Eventually, they managed to break in the third round, despite the fact that Tim controlled most of the third round. Like, it wasn't as exciting as the first two, but it was good. And he easily took the third round, in my opinion. The first two were much more difficult to call. And, yeah, eventually after they broke, Hero went for a takedown. No, he didn't. He took Tim's back and actually jumped up for a rear neck choke from behind. Didn't manage to sink it in. Tim just showed how smart he was. Then he went up on the ground again. Hero went for a mental guillotine with 5 seconds left, so Tim didn't have to worry. And then the winner was announced to be Tim by unanimous decision, which surprised me. I thought it would be more of a split, especially considering the first 2 rounds. I think they gave him to unanimous because he pretty much dominated the entire third round, or at least the vast majority of it anyway. But yeah, he won the trophy. He's this season's Ultimate Fighter, and on December 3rd, he's going to be fighting Demetrious Johnson for the title. What else was that? Oh yeah, Demetrious Johnson. Like, he's a funny guy. I love Mighty Mouse so much, and he said to Dan, like, Dan asked him, who do you have for this fight? And Mighty Mouse says, Tim Elliot. I like Hero, but I only see him as a wrestler. Tim Elliott's a lot more well-rounded, and he's a very, very excellent fighter. That was pretty much the basic what he said. Then Mighty Mouse said, do you want to bet? Dan went, no, I'm Batman, but no. It was just kind of hilarious. And then there was the stare down between Cejudo and Benavidez, the coaches who are going to be fighting the co-main event, where they started trash talking back and forth, and then Benavidez said this thing completely out of left field, saying, I used to fuck guys like you in high school. Then Cejudo said, I knew you were gay. I think that was the word that was bleeped out. It was hard to read his list, but I think it was gay. But yeah, it was when Benavidez said that, everyone was pissing themselves. I was like, oh god. It's thankful that they bleep some of this stuff out. I mean, they really shouldn't, because we're watching people punch each other in the face and there's lots of blood. I see no point in bleeping out the swears personally. Yeah, they don't do it for the actual event, so why should they do it in the Ultimate Fighter? Or at least on the TV version. On the DVD version, I think they allow everything in, which is good. I like that. Anyway, so Tim Elliott won. He's fighting Mighty Mouse. Cejudo and Benavidez are fighting each other. And it was a good episode. Really great way to cap it off. As good as the fight was, my fight of the season still goes to Brandon Moreno against Alexandre Pantoja. Pantoja. That's fight of the season. Now, the big announcement. My season 1 finale of Backtracking, which is Corn, is going to be not 1 part, not 2 parts, as I said it would be, because I'm kind of an idiot. Not 4 parts, but 3 parts. That is right. Corn is going to be a 3-part finale. Okay? And if you'll give me a moment, because I didn't really put up this page beforehand, because I'm kind of silly. Alright, because you have to remember they have 12 freaking albums there. Okay, so there we go. Part 1 is going to focus on their self-titled debut up until Issues. Part 2 is going to focus on Untouchables until their Untitled album. And Part 3 is going to focus on Corn 3 Remember Who You Are up until the most recent release, The Serenity of Suffering. It's probably the biggest thing I've ever done in relation to backtracking. I know the episodes might be shorter, but with a finale as big as that, I feel like it needs more than just 2 parts. It definitely needs more than just 1. So, pardon me, that's my announcement. Not the burp, the backtracking thing. And I hope that you enjoyed this review, because it's the last one I'll do for the year until the next season comes out. Ha ha ha. Beware. Well, the last Ultimate Fighter review, there's still a couple of UFC events to go. And there's really not much else I can say. I hope you're all looking forward to the backtracking episode, because I sure as shite am. And, Hero? Do you have any words of wisdom? He's been curled up like this for like the past hour or so, by the way. He's been like this the entire time I've been filming. And every time I've moved to get up, he hasn't like fallen over, which is kind of a miracle in and of itself. Also, yeah, you have to rep the shirt, sex, drugs, and sausage rolls. Except I only have one of those things. Plenty of sausage rolls. Awkward ending. Anyway, yes. Really big announcement. Hope you liked it. Really hope you liked this review. Last one of the year. Looking forward to the finale. I hope you all are too. I will see you then when I review it. Bye. Bye.